Hey everyone, this is the Shadow Ranger. I got the week off work. I'm kind of bored, and I felt like making a wrestling video. So I'm just going to talk about a few different topics. Let's see here. Last week, Kaval was released from WWE. It was a little surprising, only because he won NXT. I mean, outside of that, I wouldn't have been surprised at him getting released. But that kind of caught me off guard. I mean, he won NXT, fans voted for him, and so obviously there's some interest in him. And I wonder if he got told creative has nothing for you. Something must be wrong with creative. I mean, he could be going for the Intercontinental title. He could feud with Tyler Rex. They're trying to get Tyler Rex over as a heel. Let Kaval feud with him. I like them teasing some sort of romantic relationship between him and Layla. I think there was some legs with that I would have liked to have seen got explored. Just seems kind of odd that he would get released. I was on Twitter and saw a tweet from Joey Styles saying, TNA doesn't immediately hire Kaval and blah 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 blah. People are using this as an excuse to bash TNA for some reason. WWE lets go of a popular wrestler, and somehow I've seen people on the IWC turn this into a way of bashing TNA. It's amazing how they always manage to do it. But I wonder, and I've been kind of having this debate with some people over the past couple of days. If Kaval becomes Low-Ki or Senshi again and returns to TNA, does he get labeled a WWE reject now, even though he was in TNA before? I mean, with him having that exposure and winning NXT, does he get labeled a WWE reject by the people who like to bash TNA? The next time somebody wants to talk about, TNA, land of WWE rejects, and they start talking about, they got Anderson and Pope, and what does Kaval get thrown into that list now if he goes back? I've been having that debate with some people over the past couple of weeks after, Haas and Benjamin signed long-term deals with Ring of Honor and MVP got released. And I'm hearing people say, go to TNA. And I'm like, yeah, but aren't all of you the same people who bash TNA for hiring WWE quote-unquote rejects? I mean, if Haas and Benjamin had gone to TNA, you'd just bash them for hiring more WWE rejects. Your thoughts. Kaval, does he get labeled WWE reject if he goes to TNA, back to TNA? Maybe he goes to Ring of Honor instead, That's a question that I was thinking about, Why is it when people leave WWE and go to TNA, they get called WWE rejects? But when people leave TNA and go to a Ring of Honor, they don't get called TNA rejects. At least I don't think so. I don't watch Ring of Honor, so I don't know. Do people are people if any of you are Ring of Honor fans, are Ring of Honor fans calling Daniels and Homicide TNA rejects? Let me know. I'm just kind of wondering. Let's see here. Tonight on Raw, CM Punk was revered. CM Punk is apparently the new leader of Nexus. Alright, cool. Not a big Punk fan, not a big Cena fan. Not too big on Nexus, but it's gotten my attention. Let's see where it goes. It's only the first reveal, so let's see where this goes, and I'll comment on it later. I'm wondering if he's the new leader of Nexus, where does that leave Wade Barrett? Does Wade Barrett come back as a babyface and join with Cena to take down Nexus? Sort of like, you kicked me out, Nexus, so now I want to destroy you. Enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. Let's see here. Naomi Knight, the runner-up of NXT Season 3. She is reportedly working on SmackDown house shows as a heel. It got me thinking, I heard someone mention this Someone on Diva Dirt mentioned this about a week, I think last week sometime. You ever notice every black woman in WWE is made a heel? You know, Jacqueline was a heel, and Jazz was a heel, and Alicia Fox is a heel. Is there just something I don't know. Yeah, I can't recall ever seeing many babyface black girls in wrestling. Can anybody tell me a black woman who wrestled as a babyface? Awesome Kong was a heel. Sojo Bolt was a heel. Raka Khan was a heel. You know, I mentioned in a previous video, I'd love to bring Mia Yim to TNA, because Mia Yim's kind of a nerdy chick, and I was thinking she could be a cool baby face. You find another black chick to team her with and let them be kind of like funny, like black girl geek tag team. I think that would work and get over. I think a lot of people would be into that. You know, even Alicia Fox is a heel, and she's an awful heel, but I think she'd be a great babyface. You know, I love watching her back when she was doing the babyface thing with DJ Gabriel. And you know, they try to make her a heel, and it just doesn't work. She doesn't look like a heel. She looks like Alicia Fox is a heel. She looks like the good girl who has a crush on like the bad boy, so she's trying to act bad to impress him. You know, like in that movie, like in Grease, the good girl likes the biker guy, so she started dressing on like a biker chick. That's what I think when I see Alicia Fox. She's Olivia Newton-John. She's trying to impress John Travolta. And yes, I did just throw out an Olivia Newton-John, John Travolta reference in a wrestling video. I think that might be a first. But that's what I see when I see Alicia Fox as a heel. Like, she's a good girl who's trying to act bad to impress the bad boy that she has a crush on. But it's like, I just can't buy her as a heel because she's adorable. She just looks like the sweetest girl you ever see in your life, and they got her making a heel when she would be a great babyface. She is... You know, there's two people in wrestling who I would change from heel to face. It'd be Alicia Fox and AJ Styles, because they're both awful heels that I think would be really great baby faces. I mean, AJ has proven that he's a great baby face. I mean, the fans love him. They want to cheer him anyway. I'm hoping that this thing with Doug Williams, they're going into this pay-per-view match, this stipulation where if AJ loses, Bischoff says he's basically going to be out of Immortal, out of Fortune. And Bischoff on Impact kind of implied that he might just fire AJ. And that's making me hope that AJ loses. And it's not all... And I love AJ. He's like my favorite wrestler today. And I hate... And I don't like seeing him lose, but I really want him to lose. I want Doug Williams to beat him, and I want him to get fired. And I want Dixie Carter to bring him back down the line as her guy to lead her inevitable team. You know, this whole Immortal storyline, Immortal was created to be destroyed. I mean, it's kind of predictable. We all know how this is going to end up. Somehow, some way, this is going to end up with the control of TNA on the line in a match. It's going to be Hogan's team, Immortal's team versus Dixie Carter's team. We all know that's where this is going. It's a bit predictable, but I'm still interested in seeing it. And I want to see him bring AJ in as like the hero to save the company for Dixie. I want him back babyface again. And you know, I'm getting off topic, but you know, same with Alicia Fox. She's a heel who's awful as a heel who should be a babyface, and it's just depressing seeing her come out every week trying to look like a bad girl, trying to look mean and tough, and she walk with her hands on her hip and twisting her hips and stuff, and it just doesn't work. I mean, you could see her about to smile in every one of her matches. She just wants to smile. I'm like, well, let her smile. You got a adorable woman with a great smile who you can tell in every match she wants to smile. It's like she looks like she's fighting back smiles. Let her smile. Let her be the babyface. You just turned Melina heel, You need another babyface. Let Alicia Fox be that babyface. Do something to turn her back babyface so she can be the happy, smiling, just adorable woman that she is. Those are just a few topics I wanted to talk about. I also wanted to talk about a project I want to do. I've been thinking about. You know, we all talk about like our favorite wrestlers and legends and Hall of Famers. But I want to do something a little different. I want to talk about the unsung heroes of wrestling. The undercard guys. So I'm going to introduce a new series that I'm going to begin working on. And I'm going to release a series of videos here on YouTube. I'm going to call this series My Favorite Mid-Carders. These are guys that throughout my years as a wrestling fan that weren't world champion material, aren't Hall of Fame material, but dudes that were just entertaining. Dudes that I think put on good matches and were entertaining on the mic. But you know, I wouldn't wouldn't necessarily put a lot of belts on them. You know, for every star, there's a jobber. They all have to beat somebody. Remember, Goldberg wouldn't have had an undefeated streak if he didn't beat a few Jerry Flynns along the way. So I just want to talk about some of my favorite mid-carders. Keep in mind that this is not the best mid-carders of all time. This is not what this is. This is not me saying who I think the best mid-carders is. No, I'm talking about just my personal favorites. This is going to be totally biased. You may not see guys like Jake Roberts and the Honky Tonk Man on them. These are just dudes I feel are mid and undercard wrestlers at best that I personally liked. It's going to be a lot of bias, and I'm going to talk about why I liked a certain mid-carder, what I liked about him, and some of my favorite moments from that particular wrestler. Keep in mind that I'm not going back through history to research mid-carders. I'm talking about people that I watched growing up and that I watch now. Keep in mind as I do this that I am 25 years old. So the majority of these are going to be from the 90s era of wrestling. If there's some mid-carder, undercarder, jobber that you would like to suggest I do a video on, feel free to. Keep in mind, it's not going to be people that I didn't watch growing up. So right off the bat, eliminate everyone in ECW. Just so. Most of this is going to focus on WWE and WCW guys that I watched growing up. That's something I'm going to be working on. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take to make each video, because I'm now able on YouTube to make videos longer than 15 minutes, but I'm not sure what my total, I don't know if it's like unlimited time or not. So these may come out as one long video, these may come out as parts, but it's something I want to put a little something into, and I hope you will enjoy it. And I think I'm going to go ahead and name who the first video is about. I've been putting together a list of guys that I want to do some of these videos on. My current list is the West Texas Rednecks, Misfits in Action, Val Venus, Conan, Dean Malenko, D'Lo Brown, Billy Gunn, Rick Steiner, Goldust, Billy Kidman, Alex Wright, and the Disco Inferno. And since I want to start off with someone who's comedic, the first video is going to be on the Disco Inferno. So keep a lookout, and I'm going to hopefully try to put that one out later this week. Try to start on a little bit tonight, put it out later this week. So I hope you enjoyed the My Favorite Mid-Carder series. Let's see. That is all the topics that I want to talk about today. This is the Shadow Ranger. Thank you for listening. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Also, please tell other people about me so I can get my views up. There's other things that I would like to do here on YouTube, but I'm going to need more viewers and more subscribers before I can do so. I would love to do a Q&A video someday, but I need people to send in questions for one. But anyway, thank you for listening. This is the Shadow Ranger. Happy holidays, happy new year. Have a good night.